welcome to Books of the Month. We're so glad that you could join us for another exciting and powerful broadcast. And we're so privileged to have a very special guest with us this morning. Veronica, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. We want to extend the optimum blessings to you. It's a privilege to have you with us.
Thank you so much. I'm very highly honored.
Oh, we're honored. Do this for us. Introduce yourself to our viewing audience and tell them a little bit about who Veronica is.
Sure, not a problem. I'm based out here in New York City. I am an entrepreneur. I do community work for the community for, back to school and also giving back for children. Prior to that, I am also an artist. I do various genres of music, uplifting, inspiring music. Prior to that, I've been doing this for a good amount of years. And, being a part of New York City, I wanted to be a part of who I am and show to the world my amazing talents and to inspire people along the way.
New York City. I love New York. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, now here it is. Tales and Tribulations, an autobiography of Vero G. In this autobiography of artist, actress, model, poet, screenwriter, Vero G goes into the details about her life story. From her earliest memories of her love for music, her ups and downs, and how she has overcome it all. Okay, Veronica, so tell us, what was it that inspired you to write this book?
Yes. So I everybody in this world has their own testimony and their own ways of going through what they went through, and some people to heal through their spiritual situations and what that sorts. And I felt like with my testimony, I wanted to heal people, inspire them, and also to let them know they could also pursue their own dreams in this world. So with that in mind, some of the details of this book is very telling in the sense of where I've encountered a lot of things from my childhood into my my adulthood, as they call it, and go on through what some of the things I could tell you here on the show. I pretty much entailed the things of domestic violence, being a survivor of that for numerous times and overcoming that situation. Going through certain details where I was actually homeless at one time, and I was actually pregnant during that progress with that phase, as they call it, and going through that ordeal as well. Being also in the foster care system and that sorts, and going through all those situations. And I went through other things as well. But I feel like these main focuses on the topics I'm going to talk about is that people everyone has faced something similar to this situation. And I want to
when you talk about the book, what would be some nuggets that are in the book that would inspire our viewing audience to want to go out and purchase this book? Share with us some nuggets, some insights that would help someone and inspire them to want to go and purchase this book.
Not a problem. So pretty much, let me get more to it. As being a domestic violence survivor for over 5 years, and then some another relationship for 8 years, I entailed a lot. And there was a point in that whole situation, the 5-year relationship I was with, the person had basically to the point where I was almost considered dead. So going through that ordeal and going through the process, with the courts and everything else, and facing so much, and I had the faith of God in me. I had told God, like, this, I don't know how much more can I keep doing this. And every day I just took it as a blessing that I was alive to survive this ordeal and gone through what I went through. And prior to that,
what did you do to survive? So I hear you saying it, but tell our viewing audience, what's a step that they can take to survive an ordeal like that?
Yes, sir, no problem. Going through what I went through, I think my advice to anyone who encountered or are going through it, I feel is you need to have a safety plan. I feel like you need people that will support you and that know that, no matter what, it's not your fault you went through the situation, and then you could get out safely, not be a statistic. And I feel like what I went through personally was a moving motivational part of my life to help others along the way to push them to where they're at now.
They need to have a safety plan or a plan of escape.
Yes.
There needs to be something in place that will allow them to escape.
Yes.
So now, Veronica, of course, this is for, thank you for being so transparent. Now, share this. What was it that kept you in that situation for so long before you made a decision to take that plan to escape, before you made a decision to execute it? Talk to us about that.
Not a problem. The main trigger or the main situation that really decided me to get out of it before it's too late It was where instance where my child's father had actually violently attacked me around our child. And when I realized how that really impacted me, not only myself, but my child, I realized this is enough and I can't do this anymore because I don't want my child to see me in a casket. So I realized this is when I had to take that motive and go full into what I had to do to protect me and my child.
Fear was a motivating factor that
Yes.
finally got you to take the step to escape.
Yes.
What would you say to our viewing audience that would help them not have to go to that level of fear or enter that you entered? What do they need to do quickly?
Yes. I always say, see the red flags. I see the signs. If you see something that's not normal or your gut instincts telling you something's not right, stick with it. You know, people or your friends or family telling you something's not right with this guy or something's not right with this lady. Don't just oversugar it. Like, it's okay. Or like, no, I love them. They'll change. No. If you see right there the flags, if you see the signs, you start seeing the verbal abuse, the physical, the emotional, all those aspects, leave before it gets too late.
And that the viewing audience needs to recognize, see those red flags, and then take action.
Yes.
Wow, that's powerful. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anything else you want to share? This is good. Come on, talk to our viewing audience about it.
No, not a problem, not a problem. So going through that whole ordeal and then also being homeless and pregnant, that was a whole other situation. I'd never experienced that before that prior to my lifetime. And it really was an eye opener for myself to see that, you know, things do like that fortunately happen in this world and we have to overcome that. And there were times where I wanted to really give up, you know, and I was sleeping in park benches, emergency rooms. You know, I walked to people's houses where I had to sleep on the floors just for the night, just to have a roof over my head. I went through the trash cans. I went through everything you could think of, just to the survival mode, as they call it, just to get by every day. And it was really hard.
What were some things that you put in place to get you from where you were to where you are that's shared in the book? Getting from where you were, sleeping on park benches, sleeping in emergency rooms, pregnant and homeless. What were some things that helped you navigate that journey to become the successful person that you are now?
Thank you so much. I think it was realizing that this is not the life I wasn't deserved to get and the situation I was at. And I realized I had to reach out to my family, even though I wasn't talking to them at that time, but I realized they were my only help to get out of my situation. And when I communicated with them, I explained my situation, they immediately took me in and they got me back on my feet and to slowly get back on my healing process.
I'm hearing you say something. There were resources available to you through your family, but you were not speaking to them.
Yes.
Once you took the initiative to connect and communicate with them, you said immediately they took you in.
Yes.
Speak to our viewing audience and let them know what they need to do to avoid that. Very key points. There's help, but if we don't reach out and ask for help, talk to our viewing audience about that and give them some nuggets out of your book that will motivate them to go purchase this book.
Not a problem. Not a problem. So briefly on that, how it came about, where I just felt like family is everything. People understand that sometimes you don't talk to them for years, whatever issues, but I feel like they are essential in your life, especially, emergencies, or, sometimes you have to break that barrier down to open up the doors that could help you for more greatness to come with that, and I personally went through that experience and I thank my family a lot that helped me go to what I went through at that time. Now, how, part of that situation, to me, get more into that story, pretty much how I was able to heal and even through what I went through at that time, being in the street and everything, what really kind of motivated me at that time was that when I realized it was not the life for me, like I said,
what's a couple of chapters out of the book, and then after that, just look at it and tell us a couple of chapters, and then give them your contact information. 60 seconds.
Okay. So guys, definitely check out, there's a chapter 3 is Trouble at Home. And that talks about more or less of my childhood, of what I've endured. It was a dysfunctional household and things I have encountered. And again, you could check my book out. It's available at www.amazon.com. And the name of the book is called Trials and Tribulations and Autobiography of Vero.
So much contained within it There's some practical steps in it, some things that our viewing audience can avoid, but they need to take action early, as you've so eloquently laid out, and being so vulnerable. Thank you for being vulnerable and to share your testimony.
I'm honored. Thank you so much.
And we're honored to have you with us, too, because there are going to be people who are going to avoid going through what you had to endure because you've already paid the price for it. So we thank you for being so transparent. Thank you for the inspiration to write it down. And we want to encourage our viewing audience to go out and purchase this book. Get a copy for yourself. Get a copy for a friend. Remember, Veronica said, notice the red flags.
Yes.
And when you see those red flags, don't ignore those red flags, but take actions. Don't close your eyes when it's evident that something's wrong. Veronica, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
We appreciate you. Is there anything in closing, just about 15 seconds, that you want to share before we go?
Yes, definitely. So briefly, I just won Singer-Songwriter of the Year a couple of days ago, so I'm honored for that. And I got a couple of albums working on this year, so stay tuned for that. And if you guys want to follow me on my social media, my Instagram is @officialverog, or my website is www.verogmusic.com. And again, guys, thank you so much for having me.
Dr. Larry Carnes, this has been Books of the Month. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching us. Optimal blessings to you, Veronica.
Thank you, Sagan.
Warning, your AC, heating, plumbing system, or an appliance will break down in your home, and they can be really expensive to repair. That's why you need Select Home Warranty. For less than $1 a day, you can be protected against unexpected repair costs that are not covered by your homeowner's insurance.
Having Select Home Warranty probably saved about $2,500 to $3,000 this past year.
You can place a claim 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll send a pre-screened local technician to fix the problem. And if for some reason we can't fix it, we'll replace it. With our advanced technology contractor network, when a covered system or appliance breaks down, we get there fast and fix it right, and you only pay a small service fee. And if you're one of the first 50 callers, we'll take $150 off your policy and give you 2 months of free coverage. We'll even include free roof coverage. With Select Home Warranty for less than $1 a day, we've got you covered. Call now.
1-800-213-2329.